Good morning. Susanna here with my morning routine. I've invited you into my guest bedroom where I'm going to demonstrate for you what I actually do every morning before I even get out of bed. And these exercises are listed in my ebook, The 4 Weeks to Stronger Bones Challenge. So if you'd like a written list of what I'm about to demonstrate, you can check out my ebook, and at the end of this video there'll be information on how to get that. So let's get right to it, okay? I'm going to lie down and pretend like I'm just waking up. So you can join me. You can go on your yoga mat or your bed or your couch. You can put a pillow underneath your head though for this, because it's the morning routine. Be comfortable. Okay, first things first, I always extend my arms up to the ceiling and I start circling the wrists. Sometimes I do them one at a time, and sometimes I do them at the same time, but you make a soft fist, a light fist, and circle around and then go the other direction. So you do that a little bit. And then I often make circles from my shoulder joints as well while I'm here. Great. Good, and then I spread fingers wide and do my first resistance move for the day, for bones. It's an isometric press. So with prayer hands but spread fingers, you press into your fingers, press into your palms, and push, 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 push. So I usually have my fingers pointing up towards my face when I do this. Press, 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 resistance, resistance. You're getting your chest muscles, back muscles, and of course, all of the bones of your hands, wrists, fingers are being stimulated. Hold, 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 and relax. Good, shake it out. Open and close hands. I stretch fingers wide and make a squeezy fist. Open and close, open and close. And shake, 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 shake. Great, and then I'll lift one leg up, give it a little press, and then some hip circles. You can go around one direction, and then the other. And then extending that leg to the ceiling, press, leg stretch, the back of your leg, your hamstrings. Say good morning to the back of your knees and your calves. And then relax the leg and do some foot movement. So rotate your ankle, circle one direction and then the other. And if you are a fan of foot love, if you were an early member of the Strong Bones Challenge, you know about writing the word love with your foot. So L-O-V, lowercase e, and then the other way, go backwards, L-O-V, and E. So I love foot love, so I do a lot of foot love. Switch sides, bring the other knee in, and then squeeze the hip, good morning hip, and circle around, circle around. Go the other direction. Great, and now extend that leg to the sky. Press up towards your ceiling, stretch, and relax at the knee and do your foot love. So circles, reverse, and L-O-V-E. You could write your name or the alphabet too, right? But any way to get your foot moving in all kinds of good directions. It's so amazing for foot mobility. Okay, now what I'll do is another Strong Bones fit resistance exercise. And I really like this one. So you're going to bring both feet up first to bent knees at 90 degrees, but then put one leg down, and now the other, I think I'll switch for the video for you to see. So with one leg bent and the other foot on the bed, I place a hand and then the other hand on top of that hand right on the thigh, and now I'm going to resist. So pushing my thigh and sending the thigh into my hands, I'm pushing, pushing, pushing. Breathe, 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 breathe. Good. And release. Whew. You may feel a little bit of cramping in the hip like I did. And now the other side. So press. Put your hand on your thigh, put your other hand on top of that hand, and then press your thigh into your hands and your hands into your thigh, and resist, creating tension, stress, stimulating the muscles and then the bones. Good. And release. Good. Lastly, before I sit up, I'm going to do my circles. I might do sacral circles, lower back circles. And I might do a nice twist on both sides. And now I'm ready to sit up, so I'll roll to one side, be conscious and careful of my neck, using my core to sit up carefully. And then I'll sit on the edge of my bed before I go anywhere else, right? So I'm on the side of the bed, and I'll do some side bends. Just side bend, stretch over one side and then the other. And then a nice twist, an easy warm-up twist. Sometimes I'll cross the legs to do that. Look to one side, relax the shoulders, but elongate your spine. And look forward and then switch. You can cross the legs or not, it's up to you. Great, and release that. And lastly, I do my plantar fasciitis fold. What is that? It's a foot stretch. So you'll pick up your foot and grab the heel of that same side. So your hand grabs the heel and holds onto it, squeezes it, if you will. And then you'll take the opposite hand and slide it and rub the top of your foot. It feels nice, it's soft. And then you'll pull. So this is the stretch. I call it a fold because that's kind of how I see it. I'm almost trying to fold my foot. So I'm pulling the top of my foot down, I'm squeezing the heel and pulling that in as well. And this is a remedy if you have plantar fasciitis, but it's also a way to stretch your muscles and release the fascia inside your foot, even if you don't experience the pain of, which I hope you don't, of plantar fasciitis. And that's all you need to do if you're just giving it a morning stretch. If you actually have the condition, you'll want to hold that for a couple of minutes and do that twice a day. So here we go on the other side. Grab the heel, slide your hand on top of the top of your foot, pull it in, and then hold. Squeezing the heel, pulling pretty hard to stretch the top of the foot and release the inside of your foot, inside the sole. That's the fascia of the plantar. All right, and then you can release, maybe circle it around a little bit, and you're ready to go. Put your feet on the floor, and when you stand up, I hope you're pain-free. Now, I'm going to meet you down in my kitchen. I'm going to start my coffee, and then I'll show you the exercises I do every morning down there. See you back in just a moment. Welcome to my kitchen. So while my coffee is brewing and Ellie is waiting for her breakfast, I'm going to show you the exercises that I do every day. And it starts with hip cars. Cars as in controlled articular rotations. I don't think about what it's called while I do them. So I'm holding onto a counter. I lift up one leg and then begin to rotate around behind me and forward. So I could tell you all about the internal and external rotation, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to move my hip around. Don't give it a lot of thought. Circle your hip joint. Reverse direction. Great. And then on that same side, before I switch, I do a quad stretch. So I pick up my foot, grab a hold of it, and bring the heel into my butt. It's actually stretching my foot a lot like that plantar fasciitis stretch that we did before. But you're stretching the hip flexor here, and then you can lean forward a little bit or not, and the other side. So other side for the hip cars first, right? Rotate out and around. Circle. So good. Make certain you're not arching your back. Go one direction, then the other. and then finish off with a quad stretch. In yoga, we would call this a dancer pose variation. Heel into butt, stretch the quad, feel the hip flexor stretching, and then maybe you'll lean and press your foot away. Okay, so there's that. And then Ellie and I do wall dog. So it's called wall dog because that's what I call it when I do it at a wall, but I'm going to do it at a counter, so it's really counter dog right now. You could do it at a wall, which is the same thing. But what you're going to do is hold on or press into a firm place like a wall or a counter, and then I got Ellie right next to me. So we're going to press into that and lengthen the spine, bend the knees, and feel that stretch and length from crown to tailbone. You bend the knees and then straighten them and see how that feels. If your back rounds, bend the knees again. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Lengthening the spine and the shoulders. Excellent. Good job, Ellie. Okay. And then after wall dog, I do heel bounces. So note that heel bounces can be done barefoot, on surfaces like wood, which is my floor, or harder surfaces. You could be wearing shoes, and then it would be more cushioned. You could do it on a rubber surface. So depending on whether or not you have done heel bounces before, you might want to put your shoes on to progressively get ready to give the experience of this impact to your joints. So I've been doing them for 10 years, so I'm barefoot on my floor. So here we go. I'll do 10 with you. If you wanted to join me, take a deep breath in, lift up and down. 4, 10, 9. Vibrate your bones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I like to finish before I complete my set by holding it up and stretching my feet, strengthening the calves, challenging balance. And down. Great. So a little impact for the hip bones first thing. And now Ellie's going to get breakfast. I'm going to get my coffee. You've been so patient. Let me put some water in that. Ellie, hang on. I know. Here we go. So, come here. Go sit. Good girl. All right. Ellie's having breakfast. I've got my coffee. So, I told ya that this morning routine is found. All the exercises are listed in my ebook. The 4 weeks to Stronger Bones Challenge. And if you're interested in joining the challenge and you'd like to get the ebook, well, you can go to my website, strongboneschallenge.com. And there's a place where you can go ahead and order the book. And there'll be a link to that right below this video. And along with the link to the ebook, my website, you can also find a link to join the Strong Bones Challenge Facebook group where we can interact and find out how we're doing on our challenges together. So, love to find out your experience. How's the challenge going for you? You can comment below. You can talk to me on Facebook. And that's about it. I hope you have an awesome day.